All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. He uncorks it for Snead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Right now to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On play action, Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They toss to Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First carry now for Justice Hill. Uses the stiff arm. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Last stop.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson rolling to his right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Caught by Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a lot of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage.
At their own 15-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson down. Throwing again. Snead's got it. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 85 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On play action, Allen. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
You need to
see the
stop
it.
it.
Still a nice play by the defense.
Man, how sick you got that 3rd down play, bro. That 3rd down play is ridiculous. That's a pitch. That's a pitch all day. Where you going? Oh, he nice.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of
get off the field right now.
Changing some of the play calls, some screens,
You get
some
off the
draws,
field right now.
some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here we go.
Allen off the play fake.
Pick. Let's get it.
Heavy traffic,
Let's
and it's
get it.
intercepted.
Let's get it.
It's the
Let's get it. Get out my face.
Seahawk, Earl
Get out my
Thomas.
face.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The good old
Mike,
cover
don't
three
play your
defense,
dad like
partner.
that.
When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Mike, 58, right there. Get that quarterback. And on. Check.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
Dang.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Jackson on first down. It's complete to Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
Yo, Fortnite back or what, man?
That they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jackson dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is run out the clock with your wins at the half and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge
that got to be a
right
pick
here.
right there, bro. That could have gone for 60.
Dig this hole.
My way,
see if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
What's the draw? Watch,
From the gun, it's Allen.
Oh, he's going for his running back.
He's going to go for a big
I told
play
you.
downfield.
I told you. Smack his ass.
And that is incomplete.
I knew he was going for his running back.
16
Oh, man.
seconds now on the clock.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play.
I think he gets ball back second half, so he's trying to look for something. Quick pass. I mean, not a quick pass, like a good pickup, call timeout, kick the field goal. That's what he's looking for. I can't let him pass that 40.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side.
What a play.
It's 4th down.
And And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They're running it.
A final shot before half for Allen. And an alley to run.
He's just stat picking.
And he slides to avoid the hit.
He's just looking for stats.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on first down, Drake again.
Come on, man. You got to get him at the line,
He'll
bro.
get a nice chunk there on the
Don't
first
let him
down
take you
run,
back
and
like
it's
that,
second
man.
and 4.
Safety's creeping.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
And
Yes,
he'll lose
sir.
yardage here, back at the 41. It's a
Get off the
loss
field,
of
defense.
4. Now third
Get
down.
off the field, defense.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch screen pass.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. 52. Hey, watch it. Here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch the whip.
On 2nd down.
I knew he was going for that draw.
And
I knew he was going for that draw. Good stuff, boy.
Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Right back to Drake. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, bet.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's get it, D. Come on, D. He's not running his ball. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it. Yeah, all right.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, tight. Smooth. 48. You don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth.
Oh, no, my God. That wasn't even catchable.
And on fourth down, this is a big call. This whole crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right?
It wasn't even catchable, bro. Not even for none.
They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Kill. Gun. Check 13. Half 85. That's it.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And John Brown's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Echo. Check four.
On first down, Allen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All day. Half 85. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, half. Check 24. Hey, zoom. 48 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Under 10. 10.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen got him in. It's Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down, Baltimore.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running right, this is Ingram. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Jackson now. Out. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack. Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. And avoids the contact by sliding. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw is Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run with Ingram. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells